Hi, and welcome to the 5th podcast in the Early Head Start Caring Connections series. My name is Amanda Perez, and I am a senior writer and training specialist with the Early Head Start National Resource Center. We hope that you are enjoying these podcasts and are sharing them with others who might find them useful. Don't forget to take a look at the information sheet that accompanies each podcast. It will direct you to the resources that we refer to and Head Start program performance standards that are relevant to the information covered. In the last podcast, Jan Greenberg talked about the positive messages that you can build into young children's environments. It's amazing how much we can say with the physical environment. We learned that you can tell children, you're safe, you can feel comfortable here. Give it a try, you can do it. In this podcast, we will talk about one simple but powerful practice that echoes those messages, following a child's lead. This practice is helpful with infants and toddlers at all stages and ages, but particularly with mobile infants between 6 and 18 months. Have you ever played Follow the Leader? I used to love playing with my older brother. This is a picture of us when we were small. I am really watching him here. I spent so much of my childhood admiring Malcolm, copying everything he did. So when we were older and played Follow the Leader, following Malcolm felt familiar, but leading him was special. When I interested him in something new, I felt powerful, confident, and capable. I felt great. You can play a modified version of Follow the Leader with even the youngest children in the lead. Here's a short clip of a 2-month-old and his mother. She really observes her baby and does what he does. As she follows her baby's lead, consider, what messages is she communicating to her baby boy?
Hello. Yes. 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 You say mama again. Mama. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, it's a yawn. Okay.
So, what messages did you hear? I heard, I see you. You are so interesting. Look, you can nod your head, and so can I. We are connected and alike. And you have great power to affect me. Wow. Over time, we hope this baby and all 2-month-olds will have lots of interactions and experiences with their families and others that are loaded with these important messages. If these messages build up to offer young infants a sense of security and confidence, then between 6 and 18 months when they are mobile infants, they are ready to explore. Consider now this clip of a mobile infant exploring a tunnel. We might expect him to come right through, but he is eager to learn all he can. He is learning with his whole body and mind, all his senses. This is true exploration. Like this little guy, young children are wired to explore and learn. This is where the environment meets interactions with nurturing parents and caregivers. When children are secure that the adults around them will protect them from harm, they are free to follow their curiosity wherever their minds and bodies take them. Our role is to offer them safe activities, objects, and interactions that interest them, and to follow their lead as they explore. When Magda Gerber, the early childhood thinker and educator, talked about the adult role with infants and toddlers, she used the term respect. She stressed that even the youngest babies communicate with us, tell us in a variety of ways what they want and need. Caring adults invite their opinions and listen when they provide them. In the following clip from Seeing Infants with New Eyes, Magda offers a snack to a table of infants. More than 20 years after this video was produced, you might not offer infants juice at snack time, but focus here on Magda's interactions with these babies. How does she follow each child's lead?
Do you like the green or the red? Sasha? Oh, you want the red. Clayton wanted the red. Okay, I think you are very ready to have some juice. Okay, see, juice comes in. Yeah, okay. Karina, you can drink beautifully. Okay, Clayton, can you hold it? Juice, Sasha, are you ready? Yes, thank you. Let's put it on the table. It's easier to put. Okay, here. Oops. Here we have...
Did you notice how Magda carefully observed the children she was feeding, listened for even their most subtle cues, and followed their leads? When we show babies that their choices are important to us, we also teach them self-awareness and self-confidence. This has tremendous importance in learning and also in self-regulation. Developing self-regulation is a major task of the early years. Self-regulation is the ability to manage one's own emotions, behavior, attention, and states, including hunger and a sense of fullness. Paula Midlensky, a registered dietitian and training specialist, talked about supporting self-regulation through following a child's lead in a webinar called Beyond Bottles and Baby Food. Let's listen in.
Here we go, back to the dance of nourishment. Who leads that dance? It's not us. It is the child. It's the child's cue that tells us when she wants to eat, how much she wants to eat, and if she wants to eat at all. Some years ago, Dr. Sam Foman and his group of researchers at Harvard did some wonderful research. He was a pediatrician and a nutrition investigator, and they found that left to their own resources, infants and young children can self-regulate how much they should eat. Think about it. Have you ever tried to give, say, a 7-month-old baby that extra spoonful of mashed bananas? What happens? Yep, you got it. It comes right back out. That child knows how much he or she wants to eat. But, something happens when the child gets to be about 3 years old or so. They learn the game. They learn that they can please the adult by not listening to that internal cue, by not leading the dance, but giving the lead over to the adult. And it's a mistake, because when they do that, they override the self-regulation of how much they should eat, when they should eat, and they start pleasing the adult. They do take that extra bite, even though they don't want it. They've lost the connection with the feeling of fullness, feeling satisfied, feeling, as we call it, satiated. And I don't know how many of you have it today, but if you have overrode that internal mechanism, given up the dance young in life to the adult, now if you're having some issues with your weight or sometimes eat or can't connect with how full you are and overeat, it might be because years ago you overrode that beautiful self-regulation, that beautiful internal mechanism of your brain that said, I'm full.
Paula reminds us that from birth, children not only have a drive to learn, but they have a natural ability to regulate not only what they eat, but the sensory information they can control.
You ready for your dry diaper? Yeah, you are? Good.
When we follow young children's lead, we honor their communication and support a skill that they can build on in a lifetime of healthy eating, learning, and interactions with the world. So, let's review. When we follow a child's lead, physically they learn to use their bodies to explore and to trust the messages their bodies are sending them. Cognitively, they learn that learning is fun and interesting. Their curiosity is valuable. Emotionally, they learn that their thoughts and feelings are important and worth expressing. Consider now your practice. How do you follow a child's lead or work with parents to follow their children? How do you do it during meal times, other routines, and in play? And maybe in dancing. How do you observe and listen for their cues and then respond? One last point. Of course, following a child's lead doesn't always mean saying yes. Sometimes a toddler will choose to wear shorts on a day when it's snowing, or a child will want to sit on a friend's toy or hit, and we have to say no. Remember your role as an adult in that child's life. You are nurturer, teacher, protector, provider. And also remember the messages that you want to convey. You are safe. You are interesting and smart. You matter. Following a child's lead is one technique that communicates all those important messages to the children you serve. Thanks so much for joining us. You can look us up at www.ehsnrc.org or on Head Start's Early Childhood Learning and Knowledge Center at eclkc.ohs.acf.hhs.gov for more resources designed to support you in your work. Stay tuned for the next Caring Connections podcast on movement, hosted by Laura Annunziata. This is Amanda Perez at the Early Head Start National Resource Center, wishing you all the best as you follow and lead in your work.